Can you hear me, Harry? Try again. Can you hear me, Harry?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. See you at 6, mate.
All right.
Fixture release day. How's it going, Mighty Dons UK? Hope you're well. Ooh, bugger. Where can I put you? How's it going, Dylan? Harry? So if you do want to joining, please head over to Chickens on the Loose podcast over on X. And Dylan will be getting there in a bit, bud. If you want to head over to Chickens on the Loose, give us a listen there, get your questions in. No, Bradford, you want me to change my shirt, Harry? I'll tell you what you want. I'm trying. I need to put some. Why will it stay? Right on. I've got no camera there, so that'll do. There we go. Bit of pink there. Nah. I need to show my colours off, don't I, mate? I need to show my colours off. She's doing my treeing. Why, hold up. There we go, that'll do. Pink shirt, yeah, you can't go wrong with a bit of pink. That's going to fall over there, isn't it? I need a stand or something for this phone. I'll put you there a minute. Move that there. Put that there. That'll stay. Perfect there. Ooh, da, 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 da. Hey, not going well today. There we go. How's it going, Charlie? Steve? We'll be starting at 6 o'clock, everybody. Whatever time it is now. Quarter. So if you do fancy joining, feel free to head over to Chickens on the Loop. Home kit, no idea. Hi, have you seen who's Chesterfield? Up the Stags. Some massive games in league. So for people joining, we'll be starting at 6 o'clock. Have you seen Sam? Yeah, I've seen Sam Stubbs has joined at Shrewsbury. Good deal for them. Yeah. Back in a minute. D's read it. Right, Lewis, I've accepted you. 5 minutes, I'll do. Excuse me. No, not yet. Let me get this perfect to go my way. That way. There we go. Ooh. Funny angle, innit? There we go. I had it perfect before. Why did I move it? Come on. Hey, Becky. Approve. How's it going, Dad and Reese? Hope you're well. Thank you for the ruse. Start in a couple of minutes. There so I can see it. Perfect. Right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to Chickens on the Loose podcast. And we are live on all social media, from TikTok to Twitch to Kick. So if you do fancy joining, please head over to Chickens on the Loose podcast on X. Come and have a join. Come and talk about your club. In today's podcast, we'll be talking about the fixture release. Also, if any breaking news comes out, you'll be first to hear it here. I've got TweetDeck open, or XDeck, whatever you want to call it, open now. So any breaking news, we'll give that. We should have two Doncaster fans, Becky and Lewis. Are you there, Lewis?
Hello, Johnny.
Are you there, Becky?
I am indeed.
And then we should be joined by, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Nuts and Bolts Notts County podcasters, Mark and Harry.
Hello, Johnny. Are you alright?
I am sound. Are you here, Mark? Mark's probably nodded off again. Right, so we're just going to go through it where fixture release, your fixtures. Also, tell us a bit about your club, your transfers and stuff like that. And I'll let Becky go first on stuff. So, Becky, is any standout fixtures and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our first sort of 6 games, on paper, I think I'd fancy some of them. We've got Port Vale, Rotherham, Mansfield, got Exeter first game of the season. We're at home to them. Got a tough game to get away at Huddersfield. But you look at the fixtures that we've got from about the 9th of December to the 4th of January, where we're playing all of the promotion favourites back to back. Really, we've got Luton and Plymouth and Stockport and Bolton and Blackpool in that really busy Christmas period. So what you're hoping for is that we get a decent start in that first couple of months, because we don't want to be, clawing back a deficit going into that sort of December January period with all those hard games.
And Lewis, are you still here?
Yes, I am here.
So, Doncaster fan, what's your thoughts on your fixtures and any standout fixtures?
Really, what Becky said. You really want to be getting points against Exeter and the likes of Mansfield, Exeter, and stuff like that. And the standout fixture, in my opinion, is Huddersfield and Middlesbrough in the cup.
Okay, and Becky and Lewis, have you got any, what's your latest transfers? Have you got any transfers? What shout wow or like that?
I think we've been the most active club in the transfer window so far. I think Bradford have been as well, to be fair. But we've made 7 signings so far. I think bringing the goalkeeper Timothy Tatula back from Hull on loan. We had him the season before last, when we went on that 10 game in a row winning run. It is brilliant, so he should shore us up defensively. We're linked with Charlie Crew again, who we had on loan last year from Leeds. I can't really see any reasons why they wouldn't loan him back out to us again, particularly given that we looked after him, we gave him game time. He's got really good technical ability as well. I think what we're looking for is another centre half and another centre forward, really, and then I see us being pretty much done.
Like yourself, Lewis, any transfers
we,
you like who've come into the club?
We signed a player called Ajayi from Tottenham Hotspur on a loan deal for 1 year. I think he's a left winger and a striker, if I'm correct, Becky. I don't know if that's correct or not.
Yeah, no, that's right. He can play anywhere across the top 4, I think he was saying. But being left-footed, he tends to play on the right-hand side. Now, that's Luke Molyneux's position, so he's not going to dislodge Luke Molyneux. He might work in the number 10 position, though, which is an area that we do need to improve. So.
And we've also signed Glenn Middleton, I'm pretty sure, from is it Dundee?
Yeah, from Dundee. He's got European experience. Maybe a little bit inconsistent from what I've heard, but fingers crossed he's going to be a bit more consistent than Jordan Gibson.
That's about it, really. That's what I've got to say, really, on it.
Anything else you got on fixtures, guys and girls?
No, I don't think so. Just bring it on.
No, bring it on, exactly.
And that slides me perfectly into breaking news. Salford City have announced Jay Bird from League One Exeter for an undisclosed fee, and also Walsall confirmed Taylor Allen has joined Wycombe Wanderers. Right, moving on to the Nuts and Bolts podcast. I had to listen to that earlier. Good podcast. Hope you save it, enjoy it, and get it listened to. Mark and Harry,
Hello.
Notts County, there's been a lot of stuff happening at Notts County. You've had a new manager, you've had
Head
fixture
coach.
releases, and you've had a couple of transfers. So, what's going on then? Tell us.
Yeah. Sunday evening around 7:30. Announced a new head coach, Martin Patterson. Not really the best manager that we was looking at, but maybe it's gone for the cheaper option because we probably don't really have a lot of money at the moment. But Yeah, let's hope he does well. The first five or six games in the league could tell if he's going to do well or not. So, yeah, we can't really judge him until a ball's been kicked. So, I'll back him, but the fans don't really like him. So,
Mark,
yeah.
have you got any thoughts on your manager? Have you fallen asleep on us again, Mark?
No, I haven't fell asleep. Can you hear me?
Can hear you, mate. You're coming in loud and clear. Coming in both ears.
Right. So yeah, the interesting thing is they've not released what contract he's on. They haven't said is we give him a 2-year contract, 3-year contract. That's the interesting thing on the new head coach.
Yeah.
No contract mentioned.
No.
Like the head coach appointment, the signings have been very underwhelming.
And what about your transfers? Are you happy with your transfers so far?
No, not really.
No. No.
Why?
We just.
We seem to
We
be
need,
going for more injury-prone players.
yeah. And signing players on a free and not really signing anyone good. And also signing players on a 1-year contract. So, yeah.
And what about your fixtures? Any standout fixtures?
I mean, the first 5 really are probably the most important for any new manager coming into the job. We've got Newport away, Salford at home, Borough away, Shrewsbury at home, and then Bromley at home, the first 5. Standout fixtures, I think, Chesterfield on Boxing Day away, and then obviously playing MK Dons twice in December. Maybe Bristol Rovers at home, the last home game of the season. Would they win the league at our place? We don't know. Teams normally win the league at our place, so. And then probably like Cambridge away, maybe.
See, I think Salford's the season-defining game, the first home game, because we don't play well against them. And if we come out that with 3 points, we're going to have a good season. In my opinion. And my other standout is Oldham at home. Oldham, yeah. So.
Anything else you want to talk about your club about?
No.
Carabao Cup, pretty
Ooh, yeah.
disappointed with Wigan away.
Wigan away in the Carabao Cup first round.
Forgot to ask about that. Reminded me. You're not happy then with that then, guys?
No.
No.
And I
Would
think
have
all the
preferred.
Mansfield fans will probably be happy they got Chesterfield, so a derby for them. So
What about yourself, Becky Lewis? Have you got a good draw in the Carabao Cup?
We've got Middlesbrough away, which is on paper it's a decent enough away day, that, but with it being midweek, only a few days after the season's kicked off, I'd much rather, I think with how tough League One's going to be next year, I'd much rather us focus on the league, and then obviously any cup run or progression within the cup will be a bit of a bonus, really.
About yourself, Lewis?
Personally, I'm quite excited for Middlesbrough. I think it's a very good pull out of the teams we could have got. But as Becky said, we really want to be focusing on the league. It's quite a tough division, League One. And if we do get out of the first round, I'd be happy. But our main focus probably is on the league and survival.
Just some more breaking news coming in about Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he looks like he signed a new contract. And just to put this in perspective, the transfer news live on Twitter brackets X is on 178 million a year, 3.4 million a week. He's getting 15% ownership of Al Nasri. He's got 24.5 signing on fee, 80,000 bonus per goal, 40,000 bonus per assist, 8 million bonus if Al Nasri wins the league, 4 million bonus if he wins Golden Boot, 6.5 million if they qualify for the Asian Championship. It's 4 million worth of private jet, and he's got 16 million sponsorship deal. I feel sorry for Cristiano Ronaldo on all that money at the minute. Right. So moving on to Bradford. Bradford have been drawn against Blackburn Rovers in the Carabao Cup. I'm happy with that. I think it's going to be a tough game. see what happens there. The let me get this up. So Bradford's first game's Wickham Wanderers at home on Saturday, the 2nd of August. The first away game on Saturday 9th is Northampton. 16th of August, we've got Luton. The rivalry, two rivalries actually in September. So September 6th, we've got Becky and Lewis's team at Doncaster Rovers. And then on Saturday the 13th, we've got Huddersfield at home. October, we've got Rotherham. The 4th. December the 26th, we've got Wigan at home. And then January the 1st, Mansfield away. And then the last game of the season, Exeter City. So I'm happy with the first fixtures there. Just see what happens through the league. I think there's going to be some tough games, so hopefully we'll crack on there. Latest transfer news. We say players who we've got on a free transfer. Stephen Humphreys from Barnsley, Joe Wright from Kilmarnock, Matthew Pennington from Blackpool, Josh Nerville from AFC Wimbledon, Max Power from Archhurst GF, Ibro Torre from Stockport, and Curtis Tilt from Salford. So is anyone else got anything you want to talk about the fixture wise? Becky?
I think for me, I was looking forward to seeing when we were going to play Plymouth and Exeter away because my best friend lives down in Plymouth. I was kind of hoping it would be a summer game originally, just so that I could go down to Devon, have a week there, enjoy the sun at the same time. It's actually worked out even better than that. So we play Plymouth away on the 7th of March, which is the day before my birthday. So I'll be able to go there, have a few days there, celebrate my birthday with my best friend, and then we play Exeter away on Easter Monday, which means I can go down sort of Thursday, have Good Friday and Easter there, go to the game on Easter Monday, and then come back on the Tuesday and only really take one day off work. So those games have fallen well for my calendar.
Mark, Harry, you got anything else you want to talk about your fixture wise?
I just think
Um,
December's going to be really, really tough for Notts. We've got some strong teams in that month.
Yeah, in December we're playing MK Dons twice, and then teams like Warsaw, Grimsby, Chesterfield. Yeah, it's going to be a tough month in December, and that's about it.
Lewis?
The standout fixtures for me is really Blackpool and Bolton. Blackpool on the 26th of December, and then Bolton on the 1st of December and 1st of January. Sorry.
Okay. So we've had David Dutton on TikTok saying can't wait until September the 13th. So that's a massive game for Bradford Huddersfield Town. If anyone else fancies joining, feel free. I know we've got a couple of people just chilling there in the thing. If you fancy coming to join us, feel free. So just to add a bit more time on, because currently it's a 15-minute podcast. I think we just need to make it a bit longer. So Becky, just moving on to your transfers. Is there any position you need?
Yeah, I think obviously we lost Joseph Olowu. He's signed for Stockport. He was, our standout central defender alongside Jay Maguire last year. We've brought in a player on a permanent from Crystal Palace that seems really highly rated, but he doesn't have a lot of experience. He made 3 appearances for Carlisle, but only for about 50 minutes. He's then been playing for Bohemians in Ireland, who are absolutely raving about him. He's 21 and we signed him on a 3-year deal, so there's plenty of potential there. Whether he's ready to step up to League One over in England, I don't know. We've also signed Matty Pearson from Huddersfield, who 30 years old, plenty of experience, seems really good in both boxes, but a lot of Huddersfield fans are saying that his legs have gone. So we could do with another centre half. I think we need another centre forward as well, really, and then I'd be tempted to let Joe Ironside go. And then if I wanted to be a bit greedy, maybe something else in central midfield alongside Robbie Gotts that we've signed from Barrow.
Same to you, Lewis. Is any players who you want to come in? What positions are you looking out for?
Probably centre back since we've lost Joseph Holloway, but we have signed 2 centre backs: Grehan from Crystal Palace and then Matty Person from Huddersfield Town. I'd say we could benefit on another backup centre back for sure, and then I'd say a midfielder to play along Robbie Gotts and Owen Bailey, and then probably another striker to go up top with Billy Sharp.
Mark and Harry, need any? What positions are you looking out for at your club?
I think we,
Sorry, Mark.
I think we need to strengthen midfield, but according to the lower tiers, Notts County is showing interest in a 23-year-old forward Sylvester Jasper, with European clubs also circling for him. So obviously we're looking at more forwards.
Yeah, I think we need some more forwards, probably strengthen up our midfield, and then maybe some more defenders as well, and that's probably really it.
The whole team then.
Yeah, the whole team.
Okay. So Jack, who's a bit busy at the minute, he's on TikTok. We need another striker. Is sick and tired of signing centre backs. I know what you're saying there, Jack. He'd like to normally invest in one department, and it looks like we're going to be centre back FC this season. We do need a striker because we've got currently Andy Cook, who's out injured, Carl Cav, who's young and pacey, but then we've got Smith, who I don't think is actually going to start, and I think he'll probably be disappearing soon. TikTok, if you're still listening, get your questions in for Becky, Mark, Harry, and Lewis and myself,
Johnny?
and we'll try to answer. Yes?
I do have a question for you.
Go on.
How do you think Jamie Walker will do at Grimsby?
At Bradford, he was a very good player, but he did suffer quite a lot of injuries. He's a good player on his day, but injuries do cost him. I've seen he's signed for Grimsby. I think he's going to be good for Grimsby. It's like, I know they've signed, I think, Reece Staunton as well, who used to play for us. He needs minutes on that pitch, and I can't remember how old he is off the top of my head, but I think he will do well at Grimsby. Anyone else that got any questions like to ask?
Where do you think Bradford will finish in the table?
My head is saying, like typical Bradford fan, first or second. Then part of me's thinking we're going to finish in playoffs, and then part of me feels like we're going to finish like 10th or something like that. What about you, Sam, Becky? Where do you think Donny are going to end up?
I think I've got to be sort of realistic about where we are as a club, what budget we've got available and resources compared to, you look at the 3 teams that have come down. I think they're all going to be strong. Then you've got your Stockport, your Blackpool look really good. Bolton are going to be strong. I don't know what Barnsley are going to be like because they seem to be letting players go and not really signing anyone. But I said before the start of the season I'd be happy having a season in League One where you're kind of getting used to stepping up a level, consolidating. McCann won't be saying that. McCann will be saying to the players, we're not here to make up the numbers. We want to give it a really good go. And I am impressed with the signings that we've made so far overall. But I would still expect us to be in the bottom half of the league, really. I'm not going to try and kid myself otherwise. And if they do, then obviously they've exceeded expectations.
So, Mark and Harry, I listened to your podcast at work today, your Nuts and Bolts podcast, and it didn't seem you really liked the manager of Peria. So,
No.
where are you guys going to finish?
Yeah, obviously the signings that we made so far are not really convincing signings for me, but I think we will struggle if we don't sign any more players. And obviously the manager that we got, I think we'll probably finish bottom half, like 14th, 15th. So not really confident, but if we sign some good experienced players or make some good signings, I'll be more confident going into the season.
Mark?
And I think we'll finish probably about The 20th, 19th, 20th, with the current signings we've brought through the door and the team what's left behind, we need to strengthen pretty much in all areas. Need more quality in the squad.
And what about yourself, Lewis?
Personally, I'm going to be a bit realistic here. I think around 14th to 15th, around that area.
So people on TikTok, get your questions in for the panel. Also, your fixtures, who you're looking forward to seeing, and any transfer gossip you've got for us, and where your team will finish. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. DJ Techno is looking forward to Huddersfield at home. We've just got Clinks Town are going up, City are going down. The rivalry started already. So with the off season, do you think you're actually Becky? How much is your season ticket? Donna?
So I actually got mine at the early bird price. So I got it while we was while we'd not got promoted at this point. We were in around playoffs. I got it for 240 quid. I think it's about 300 quid now. If people still want to buy it. Lewis might know actually because he's looking at buying one.
Yeah, I do know. It's around £310 for an adult, and for
Right.
me personally, it's 120.
Yeah.
Mark and Harry?
Mine was 419, I do believe.
Mine was, I think, £52.
Bargain.
What about yours, Johnny?
Mine was 300 quid and my son's were 20 quid. Taylor's just paid 400 quid for my City ticket, season ticket at City. It's worth it, mate. There'll be a lot of drama at City this year. So then just quickly nipping back to the fixtures. What fixture are you not looking forward to? Because I know, Jack's put his looking forward to Bolton away. What about yourself, Becky? What fixture are you not looking forward to?
I honestly, I look at those 8 games or whatever we've got between December and January, and it does put the fear of God into me a little bit. When you've got I think we've got Cardiff, Plymouth, Luton, Stockport, Blackpool, Bolton. I can't say. I mean, I wouldn't be looking forward particularly to any of them at the best of times. But you bang them all together, and you think if we have a couple of losses, is our confidence going to dip? We could be on the end of some batterings there. I can't say I fancy us away at Plymouth, to be honest. I think with a long journey as well, I think we might come unstuck there. Stockport as well. They tend to always knock quite a few past us. So yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be in League One. We'll go into it, try and enjoy every minute of it, really.
Before we get to Mark, Jack saying Port Vale shite fans and ground is shocking. Tyler, Huddersfield, Barnsley, Blackpool, Bolton. David is exit away last game. And I'm just getting invaded now by going up again. Ole, ole, ole. Mark, what about yourself? What game are you not looking forward to going to?
Game I'm not looking for Salford because it's so early in the season and a record against them.
And do you get a lot of tickets for Salford?
No, it's Salford at home, so we're playing them at home, so we all know how we played Salford earlier last season, just before we played you the following week. We played them on the Friday night and we were shocked. We lost 3-0. So I think we've only beat them like once or twice over about 6 or 7 fixtures.
Harry?
Yeah, the same as Mark, really. Not really looking forward to Salford at home because the past couple of times played them, we normally get battered by them. And also, I think like everyone else, that December month where you have lots of games, but obviously playing MK Dons twice, the signing his name made, they're expected to win this league. So, yeah, not really looking forward to December fixtures, but yeah, Salford at home for me. Not really looking forward to.
And last but not least, Lewis.
The game I'm not looking forward to going to most is probably Stevenage away on the 22nd of November. And then you've got Stockport on Monday, the 29th of December.
Game I'm not looking forward to. There's a couple. last game of season, Exeter, bloody miles away, and also Plymouth, absolutely miles away. So hopefully we get a bit of joyful cheer there when we hopefully win. Anyone else got anything they want to ask? I take that silence as
If there's one player you could sign from another team in your division, who would it be, Johnny?
wow. Let's just have a quick look at this. Northampton Town Hopkins, I think his name is. He always seems like a little good player. I know he's about 30 odd, I think now, but he always seems to be good. Becky, what about yourself?
Well, I think with our desperate need for a centre forward, really, that could try and get as close to double figures as possible. If you could sign anyone, Nathan Lowe, even maybe Paul Mullins, I would have put that, but he's gone to Wigan. Just somewhere that's got someone that's got that goal scoring, prowess that that could get you, 15 goals a season or something like that. Because we're not going to get that from Billy Sharp. We're not going to get it from Joe Ironside. And I don't know about Brandon Hanlon that we've signed. He's not got the best stats coming to us, but then neither did Rob Street last season when we loaned him from Lincoln. He ended up doing really well. So, yeah.
And before we go to Mark, Wrexham have tweeted out, I don't know if it's a late one. Will Boyle has left the club to sign for Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury Town. So, Mark, what about yourself? Who would you buy?
Who would I buy? I'd buy Dobra from Chesterfield. I like him.
Mark? Harry?
That's when we played Salford at home last season. That little small one. I can't remember what number he was wearing, but I would sign him. He's
Is
a
it that
little,
central midfielder?
I think so. He's small, isn't he?
Yeah, they had two good central midfielders last year. They had Tyrese Forner, who's just signed for Northampton today, I think, and then they had someone else that were really good as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that I think it was that small for Salford player in that midfield. It was just good to watch, and I think that's the player that the county need really. But don't really have. Obviously, Dobra from Chesterfield will be a good signing as well. So yeah, either of those two really.
Lewis?
Personally, I'd love to sign Sam Numbe from Rotherham United. 14 goals and 5 assists last season in League One. Very good player up top.
you don't get many going from Rotherham to Donny, mate.
No, I know that, but
It'd be nice.
it would be nice. Just that goal scorer.
So normally on the podcast, I normally do like latest Bradford news, do the weather forecast. But because there's no games, there's really hardly any news. We'll start winding down. And one question I've got to ask each of you: what's on your plate? So Becky, what's on your plate for your tea?
Egg on toast, I think. Nothing
Runny egg,
exciting.
hard egg,
Fried egg,
any sauce?
brown sauce.
What about yourself,
Yeah.
Mark? What's on your plate?
I had chips, fish, and curry sauce from the takeaway.
Any bread and butter?
No, bread and butter with curry sauce. Come on, Johnny.
You never know. You might want to dip that bread in there. Harry?
I mean, I'm currently eating mine, but sausage, hash brown, bacon, eggs, and beans.
Any sauce?
No, you don't have sauce.
Bit of red sauce, bit of brown sauce.
No.
Bloody do, yeah, absolutely.
No,
You
no,
dip your
no, no,
sausage in
no.
or something, mate.
No, 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 no. Not with bean.
Have you got
No.
any toast? Surely you got toast.
No. No.
Lewis,
No toast.
I had a burger and chips.
any sauce on it?
With some ketchup and brown sauce for my chips.
I've had chicken Kiev and some new potatoes.
Very
Cliff
nice.
is saying, I can't believe Jamie Walker's gone to Grimsby. Yep, it happens in life. Players leave. Breaking news, Bristol Rovers have signed Brad Young from Leicester. And that's it. Right. Anyone else that got anything on the chat about before I disappear?
No, I don't think so, thank you.
No,
Mark,
okay,
Harry,
mate.
Lewis?
I'm good.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Lewis,
Oh,
No, I'm okay, mate.
I got a question to ask, Johnny.
go on.
Would Graham Alexander be in or out by December?
Oh, there's always one in there. You say something on a podcast, it comes back to bite you on the ass.
Is that by December or is that earlier in the season? Say like by October, Johnny.
So how many games have we lost
You've lost 7.
on the bounce?
Not on the bounce. You're at probably about, what is it, 12 games by then? So you've lost 7.
Wow. I don't know.
Come
It's a
on,
tricky
Johnny.
one. It's a tricky one because if he's
We-
lost 7 games on a bounce, yeah.
We all want to know.
If he's lost 7 games on a bounce, yeah, I would personally. I don't know what I'd bring in like, but last time I said this, we got promotions. So I'll just say it again. It's a lucky thing, innit?
So would you have Maynard then if you sacked Alexander?
No, I wouldn't have Maynard. What about yourself? You've lost your first 4 games on bounce. Would you sack your manager you've currently got? Just signed.
But
Ex-
well,
Yeah, it's one of them questions,
I
innit? It
think
makes you
it
go,
would.
ooh and ah.
It wouldn't be the first 4 games because those counting are based on data, and if those games are good and we still lose, it would probably keep him. But yeah,
the bed sheets would definitely be out though, wouldn't they?
yeah, the technical board will probably decide if he's sacked or not.
Becky and
Yeah,
Lewis.
Is it 4 games we've lost on the bounce?
Let's go 5. So Grant McCann's lost 5 games on bounce.
How many? How many games have we played?
5.
I think it'd be too early to sack him personally. I feel like give him a few more games, see how it goes.
Becky.
To be honest, I think we could get relegated. I still don't think that I'd want McCann to be sacked. He's managed us at League One level before. He's really familiar with it. He took us to the playoffs in League One in his last stint in charge with us. I think if there's, I can't think of anyone better that I'd want to come in. And I think even if we ended up getting relegated, he's shown that he can get us promoted out of League Two. So no, I wouldn't be in any rush to sign him. To be fair, if he looks like he's lost the play at the dressing room and he's not interested and his head's been turned by other clubs, then maybe. But other than that, no.
And for Harry and Mark, we've had some breaking news coming from Walsall. They have signed Aaron Presley from Stevenage on a 3.5-year deal, and it's for an undisclosed fee. Anyone got any last words?
and can I ask, how far would you think your team would make the Carabao Cup?
In Bradford Farm, we normally lose because I know we've got Blackburn, so we probably lose against Blackburn, and then we'll probably, they'll probably get somebody quality. I'm hoping we get to round 3 or 4. What about yourself?
I think last year we lost to Shrewsbury 3-2 in the first round. Or did we make it to the second round? I can't really remember, but yeah, the Carabao Cup don't really matter to me. So if we get past this first round, I'll be happy. But it's mainly the FA Cup, and hopefully we'll get a good FA Cup one this year. So,
What about yourself, Mark? Carabao Cup? What round would you
I
rather
think
get to?
I think we'll go out first round. But here's another question: good run in the FA Cup and relegation, or just staying up?
I would. Ooh, it's a tricky
what
one.
was the question again? Because Mark was like cutting out for me.
Oh, so good run in the FA Cup, but you got relegated.
No, I would focus on winning the staying in the league.
Yeah, I would like to finish a good 10th or something in league. Right, lads and lasses. I want to say thank you for Becky, Mark, Lewis for coming today. If you like what you're hearing, the podcast will be out in the next hour or so on all podcast services. Just search for Bradford City Chicken and the Loose on all podcast services. Also, we've got a little Facebook page, Up the Chickens on Facebook. Come and join there, where we do Super Six every season and Golden Goal every week. So if you're brave enough, come over to there and follow on all socials. Chicken on the Loose podcast on all social sites. Wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and of course, up the chickens. Good night. Up emotional damage. You alright?